Hello students, we come to the next part of the Nationalism in India chapter in which we will discuss about the non-cooperation Khilafat movement in towns and countryside and the Chauri Chaura incident. The movement was carried forward in the towns. The non-cooperation Khilafat movement began in January 1921. The movement started with middle class participation in the cities, in which thousands of students left government controlled schools and colleges. Second, headmasters and teachers resigned from government controlled schools and colleges. Lawyers gave up their legal practices. Fourth, the council elections were boycotted, and in most provinces except Madras, where the Justice Party, the party of the non-Brahmins, felt the entering the council was one way of gaining some kinds of power. The effects of the non-cooperation on the economic front were more dramatic. Foreign goods were boycotted. Second, liquor shops were picketed. Third, foreign cloth was burnt in huge bonfires, due to which the import of foreign cloth halved between 1921 to 1922, the value dropping from rupees 102 crores to rupees 57 crores. And in many places, merchants and traders refused to trade in foreign goods or finance foreign trade. But the movement in the towns slowed down because khadi cloth was used over there, and khadi was very expensive, so the poor people could not afford it. Second, for the movement to be successful, alternative Indian institutions had to be set up so that they could be used in place of the British ones. But so many institutions were not there, so the students, teachers and lawyers started going back to their jobs which were earlier where they were doing it. But in the countryside, or we can say in the villages, it was being carried forward in a great amount, the movement of non-cooperation movement. First we will talk about the revolt in Awadh. Here it was carried forward by Baba Ramchandra, who was a sannyasi. Earlier he was an indentured laborer. This movement was carried by the peasants against the talukdars and the landlords. Talukdars were the mediators who collected revenue and gave it to the British. The demands of the peasants were: first, reduction of revenue; second, abolition of Begar; and third, social boycott of oppressive landlords. For this, they also carried out the Nai Dhobi Bandh to deprive the landlords of the services of even barbers and the washermen. In June 1920, Jawaharlal Nehru began going around the villages in Awadh, talking to the villagers and trying to understand their grievances. By October, the Out Kisan Sabha was set up, headed by Jawaharlal Nehru, Baba Ramchandra and few others. In 1921, the peasants, they attacked on the houses of talukdars and merchants, markets were ransacked and grain hoards were taken over. In many places, local leaders told the peasants that Gandhiji had declared that no taxes were to be paid and land was to be redistributed among the poor. Another movement went on in revolt in Gudim Hills. It is situated in Andhra Pradesh. This revolt was carried forward by the tribal peasants. The colonial government had enclosed the forest areas and converted the forest areas into reserved and protected forests, due to which the tribal people living nearby cannot graze their cattle in the forest or collect fuel wood and fruits. Besides that, the colonial government began forcing these tribal peasants to contribute begar for road building, due to which the people felt anger. In such a situation came up a person, Alluri Sitaram Raju. He claimed to have got some special powers, like he could make correct astrological predictions and heal the people. He could even survive the bullet shots. Captivated by the claims of Alluri Sitaram Raju, the people considered him to be an incarnation of God. Sitaram Raju was highly inspired by the non-cooperation movement carried by Mahatma Gandhi, and so he persuaded his people to wear khadi and give up drinking. But he was against non-violence, and so the Gudim rebels attacked the police stations, attempted to kill British officials, and carried on the guerrilla warfare for achieving Swaraj. Finally, in 1924, Alluri Sitaram Raju was captured and executed. Then came the Swaraj in the plantation. When we talk about plantation, it means where the cultivation of tea and coffee, rubber, etc. are being done. Here we are talking about the Assam plantation workers. Under the Inland Immigration Act of 1859, plantation workers were not permitted to leave the tea gardens without the permission, and in fact they were rarely given such kinds of permission. For this reason, for them, freedom means that to move freely in and out of the confined space in which they were being enclosed, and it meant retaining a link with the village from which they had come. When they heard of the non-cooperation movement, thousands of workers defied the authorities, left the plantations and headed home. They believed that Gandhi Raj was coming and everyone would be given land in their own villages. They, however, never reached their home, but in between they were being stranded by a railway and steamer strike, where they were caught by the police and beaten up. So we have seen that there was different meanings of Swaraj for different people. For example, for the town people, it meant that institutes which were owned by the Indians should coming up so that they can get their jobs. For the countryside peasants, it was the solution against the talukdars who were harassing them. For the tribal peasants, they could again go into the forest and take the articles from the forest and graze their cattle. For the plantation workers, it was to go back to their own home and move freely from the plantation areas over them. Each and everyone had a different notion about Swaraj, but each of them demanded Swatantra Bharat, that is, independent India. Then on 5th February 1922, a very fatal incident took place, that was Chauri Chaura. It is a small village in the Gorakhpur district of Uttar Pradesh. The police station there fired at a group of demonstrators. The demonstrators in retaliation burnt down the police station which caused the death of 22 policemen. In such a violent turmoil, Gandhiji called off the non-cooperation movement in 1922. Thank you.